Hello, my name is Michelle Carlson, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Eagan, Minnesota. Welcome to my S.I.P card videos. S.I.P stands for Stamp, Ink, and Paper. I'll be posting monthly videos to showcase products from either the current annual catalog or the current mini catalog from Stampin' Up! These projects are designed for the beginner and casual paper crafter in mind. I'll be making easy, simple projects that you can use any stamp set, ink, and paper to create your own projects. Let me show you what we are working on today. Today I will be featuring the 2 Market Designer Series paper and using the Simple Said stamp set. The 2 Market Designer Series paper is located on page 39 of the 2024-2025 annual catalog. It features the following colors: Real Red, Pumpkin Pie, Garden Green, Blackberry Bliss, and Pecan Pie. One side has a bold pattern and the other side has a subtle pattern. Let's take a closer look. This side has beautiful fall flowers, and then this side has a subtle polka dot pattern. And aren't these gorgeous flowers here? Just like a meadow of flowers. And then on this side just is a wood grain pattern on the back of that Designer Series paper. Then we have a bunch of vegetables that are easy to cut out, or if you get the dies, you can probably cut out some of these images. I don't have the dies, so I'm not sure if that's true or not. And then this is a favorite piece, having these just paper, I think it's pumpkin pie flowers, just different hues of pumpkin pie. And then these flowers are easy to cut out, and this we'll be using this for our project. And then I like just the plaid pattern in the green. Then they have some tomatoes. And then on this side is another subtle pattern with the green. And if you want to, you can cut out or die cut these different shapes, I believe. Otherwise, if there isn't a die, these are easy to cut out also. And then this lovely Blackberry Bliss plaid type pattern also. The Simply Said stamp set is located on page 19 in the 2024-2025 annual catalog, and it has 10 photopolymer stamps that have sentiments for all occasions. It has Let's Celebrate, Yay, Thinking of You, Thank You, Happy Birthday, Miss You, Thanks, Hello, Birthday Wishes, and Just a Note. This is one of my favorite stamp sets for sentiments. Now it's time to create the project. First we have the thick basic white card base, which is 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. And then we have a bunch of Designer Series paper cut out 1 inch by 1 inch. And I would cut out at least 16 pieces, maybe 2 each of 8 designs, but just have a variety so that you can plan your design. We also have a color layer that's 5 3/8 by 2 1/8, and then the basic white 2 5 1/4, and then I just fussy cut out this flower from the Designer Series paper that I will be adding to my card. The first thing I'm going to do is design my pattern, and I'm going to show you the card of what we're doing. So this is a done card, and we're doing this Designer Series paper pattern onto this white piece. And then I'll put the flower with the sentiments there. I don't have a purse or bag to put my flowers in, but I think it'll look just really nice just as is on the card. So I'm going to just take a piece and just figure out where I want my Designer Series paper. And what I want to do is do a mixture, like don't have the same type of prints together, etc., etc. So I just start in the corner, kind of do it evenly both ways and make sure that point is covered, right? And then I'm going to add this and line it up so that there's just 1/8 of an inch, between the designer series paper so that I have that white border in between them. And then I'm going to do this other green over here, and then just line it up with this one. So it's kind of like a puzzle piece where you're putting puzzles together. And it's okay if this goes over a little bit. Once you glue, you can adjust. But we're just kind of getting an idea of what we'd want to do. Now I think I will take a purple, because we don't have any purple in here yet, or this Blackberry Bliss, I should say. And then we're going to do this one over here. Now it's okay, that's kind of pattern on pattern, or maybe we want to do this one so that's not, such a, having a pattern next to it. But you want to just kind of, what's great about Stampin' Up! Designer Series paper, that everything coordinates. So there's no right or wrong. You just put it the way you think you want your pattern to look. And let's see, we haven't used this one yet, so maybe we'll put it, let's put it here. No, let's put it over here for now. Oops, this looks, so it's nice when you don't have directional pattern, but this seems like a somewhat of a directional pattern. So we can just put that over here, and we'll fill in the little spaces later. So I'm kind of doing that right now. And then let's see, what do we want to do? I think we'll grab this one again and do this. You just don't want the same piece, together. All, like I just don't want that with this one. And I don't really want it on the same row. So maybe we'll just wait on that one. But we'll take one of these and maybe do something like that. And then, let's see. Let's take this piece. Well, that's the same as this one. Maybe I'll just put this down like this. It's kind of different with, because it's going to be cutting off the end here. So it might be okay to have similar, but not really showing everything, right? And then, let's see. Oh, we forgot about the wood pieces. So maybe I'd want a wood piece there instead. But let's do a big wood piece here or somewhere else. Maybe here. So you get the idea of it all. And let's see, let's put that up here. So it's not totally together. And maybe we'll just put this somewhere else. So then you're just kind of filling in. Oops. Just where things, where you might want to put them. And I think this one should go here, but let's find something else for that one. So it's good to have a variety of patterns so that everything kind of mix and matches, and that you're not running into the same designs all together, or in the same area. See, now I have that one and that one, so it's kind of like a Tetris. And that's okay if this is down here like that. It's far enough apart. Oh, let's see, and then we do, let's go with, and then some of these are cut off because I used them before on this other card, that, if they go well, they can just kind of fill in just in the corner there. And then we just need one more over there. So I think I'll just put this right there. So something like that. Now what I do is just kind of go like what I did from the beginning, is start here and then put some glue on. Oops, that's a lot of glue. Let's see. spread that out. And that's why I use the silicone mat, because the glue is going to squish all over the place. And I try to, then let's do this one, just exactly how I put these on before. I don't want to mess it up. So that's why I'm trying to carefully, put them where they were. Carefully pick them up and put them down. And it's okay if they get moved as long as they're in the area where I want it. And then we're just going to line it up and stick it down like that. Then I'm going to do this one just to get a solid line or a V kind of thing. Oops. And glue in there, just in the center. And I'll squish out and I'll stick. So, like I said, this will probably go over. Yep. And then just make sure everything lines up. You just keep going. Now that you have it, the design, it's just easier to glue down once you know where things go. So I'll just keep going and glue this, and then I'll show you what the next step is. So I just want to make note is that you put down the main pieces first, and then fill in the little triangles with these pieces here. So just want to let you know that. So I'm just putting this, and I think I'm going to put this one up there instead. So did a little rearranging just because I was like, hey, I didn't use this one again. So I put that one there, and then I'm going to put that one up on top. And so I'm just finishing up and put this on the side. So you just need the glue on the corner, just lining it up. And this one here. All right, so because I have the silicone mat, the glue won't stick to the mat, but we're just going to let it dry here for just a few minutes, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is take a scissors, and now I use this to cut up a lot, so make sure you have a scissors that you don't mind getting glue on. I think you can clean this with let's see, hand sanitizer, but I haven't tried it yet. But so this is a little bit sticky, and I don't want that to fall off because for some reason I got a little bare corner there. So anyways, we're going, okay, make sure that stays on. That might be a little bit wet yet. Anyways, we'll just turn this upside down and we'll cut along the side of the white piece. As you can see, it's still a little bit wet, but we'll get this done. It gets sticky. So just kind of cut off as close to, or right to the edge. And this glue sticks really well, so you can use some of these pieces over. That's why I just save the bigger pieces. The rest, the smaller pieces, can go in the garbage, or if it's too sticky or whatever. And then here we go, last little bit. And that is it. And here is our little pattern piece with our designer series paper. With the designer series paper, it can be the star of the show because it's just, they're so beautiful. So the next thing we're going to do is glue this onto our colored layer. And we're just going to have a 16th inch border. I just picked a color that's not very, the least popular one that I've used, or one I want to kind of bring out. And I like the Blackberry Bliss. Oops, let's see here. Okay, so I don't like the 16th inch around is always challenging for me. So let's see if I can get it centered, because it's just a little bitty border around. I usually do 1/8 of an inch around, so it's okay. That looks pretty decent, but with the glue it helps that it can be moved a little bit around and before it sets, so you can get it into the right spot. The next thing we're going to do is take our base card and fold it, and I like to take the bone folder and fold that, and I can get the glue out of the way because we're not using that anymore. And let's see, this is a good front, and I'm just going to put this on here as a guide. So I'm just going to leave 1/4 of an inch or so on this side, and then stamp my sentiment on that side. So I'm going to use Blackberry Bliss and stamp it with birthday wishes. And kind of line it up. Maybe I want it more down here. Oop, kind of crooked, but it's all right. And then I'm going to put my flowers here. So I'm just going to put some dimensionals on the back. And we do have smaller ones, or you can use a little, cut this out. Let's see. Oh, here, let me use my glue scissors so I don't wreck any other scissors. And grab that little piece and put it at the bottom of this part here. There we go. I thought I had some small dimensionals, which you can easily use, which would probably fit better. But that's another way just to use up those dimensionals on the side here, is to cut them out. And then we have our flower. So here's our card. Oops, I have to glue this down, but our card is pretty much done. What I also like to do is decorate the inside. So I did a 3/4 inch by 3 3/4 of an inch for this white piece. So I'm going to glue that down and then glue it down on a basic black layered piece. And then, well, and before I do that, I'm going to stamp my sentiment just in case I don't get it straight. So for the inside, I'm going to use the So Sincere, and then hope your day is a happy one. So before we glue it down, we should stamp our sentiment. All right, and then I'm also going to use the Blackberry Bliss ink. And just tap on the ink, don't smush. That's what you hear me doing when it's making noise like that. And then we're going to, close up the ink so nothing gets in the ink pad. Then I'll glue the designer series paper at the bottom. And just need a little glue just around the edges. Don't get too close because the stuff can smush out. Okay. Oop, and put it up, put the right side up. And if I had another silicone sheet, I would use that. Let me clear this off or put up, bring this over so that I don't get glue on my desk. And then I'm going to glue this onto my layering piece. You just need just a light glue around the edges, not a lot, because sometimes the glue can make your paper wet or create extra bumps, so it's hard to write on. Of course, you know, when you can smooth it out, but still, this stuff is sticky, so you don't need a lot of it. It'll stick once it's dry. And then just kind of lightly squeeze and go back and forth. Slightly squeeze. There we go. We also have a glue holder that I got from the Country Hive, so that's where I put my glue. And then I have the glue cap in here, so when I put this glue in, the glue won't go in the container; it'll go in the cap. But it doesn't leak out. It only goes out if you squeeze it. So, all right, then you place it on the inside of your card here, and then it's done. So we have this one, and then you have this other one that I created. And I probably have enough to do another one with all the pieces that I cut. So, hope you like this card. You'll find the measurements and product list on my website, michellesstamping.com, and click on S.I.P cards, and in the drop down, click on 2024 S.I.P cards. If you enjoyed this project, give me a thumbs up and add a comment underneath. I'd love to hear from you. If you make a card, please feel free to add it in the comments underneath this video. I'd love to see your cards and what stamp set and paper you used. I totally forgot to show you my other cards that I made. So the next card that I have is with the Lily Pond Lane Designer Series paper. And then I cut out this little duck out of the Designer Series paper. The next one I have is the Unbounded Beauty. And so that has all the different Designer Series paper in here. And then I stamped and die cut these flowers. And then the next card is the Green and Gold Greenery or something like that. And that's on our online exclusives. So I thought, well, we're getting into the Christmas season, so I thought I better make a Christmas type card. And then the last one is, since our mini catalog just came out, I wanted to showcase something from that. So the paper I used for my card, and I'll show you the card here, is from, let's see, it's called Take a Bow, but I think it's kind of a play on words because it's a paper that goes with the bow dies. And you cut out two of these to create, or two sets of all this to create a bow. And that's what they use this paper for. But I'm like, well, you get a lot of paper, you can use other things because how many bows are you going to make? But so I really liked how these Designer Series paper, the patterns were non-directional, which helped out a lot. And then with this, I used the Snowy Wonder stamp set that's also in the new mini catalog. So you get a lot of different um, things that you can use for winter or Christmas or even Happy New Year. So you can even think outside the box, like if you have a new home, you can have this as your new address type cards. Yeah, so this is a really fun set. I haven't had a lot of time to work or play with this yet, but it was fun to match it up with this card. So let me know which card is your favorite. I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and help you with any paper crafting supplies you may need. If you'd like the 2024-2025 annual catalog or the new September to December mini catalog and/or to receive my newsletter, please email me at michellesstamping@gmail.com. All these links are below under the video for your convenience. Please click on the subscribe button, it's free, to my YouTube channel so that my videos will be in your notifications when I post a new video. Thank you for watching and happy stamping!